It finally makes sense. They signed Danny for the relegation fight. All right, let's get into it. All right, hello and welcome to the MatchDayVlogs YouTube channel. As always, please remember to smash that like button and hit subscribe because it really does make a difference to the channel. And be sure to stick on those notifications. Right, we're here this evening to talk about the upcoming game at St Mary's for Friday night football. It's going to be Southampton versus Aston Villa, and there's quite a bit to talk about, really. But before we jump into that, let's have a quick look back at the recent result against Watford over at Vicarage Road. Looked like a pretty amazing away day. From my summary, for those that jumped on to have a look at that, effectively, we should have been 3-4-0 up at half time, and for it to be 1-0 was quite nervy towards the end. But all in all, a deserved win and one that we can be quite happy with, really. But any thoughts on that Watford game there, Jack?
It was like you say. It was watching it back. It was really frustrating because, like you say, we just missed so many chances, like so many things that should have gone in. Watching it when I was watching the game, I was like, "This is exciting. We're on the front foot. We're creating chances, and whatever." But looking back, you're like, "Oh, for God, like a better team than Watford will punish us for not putting those sort of chances away." And it's going to be and Watford will be the easiest chances we get. So it's just kind of a bit of a worry up top a little bit after that game, but we were still wicked, weren't we? We were still wicked. How good was Salasu? Salasu was just so good.
Yeah, and I heard a lot of opposing fans talking about Salasu, about effectively Salasu had everyone in his pocket. So, no, absolutely fantastic to see. But Shea Adams, fantastic goal as well. I mean, let's not forget how good that was.
And I think so. I've heard it said 1,000 times this weekend, but it's so true that he makes the hard stuff look easy and the easy stuff look really hard because that finish is just naughty. When he went on that really good run of form last season, I always remember most of those goals were like that, where there was like so much power and accuracy from just nowhere. How he's managed to just get that shot away, it's incredible. Like it's crazy, and I kind of think that's what Adam Armstrong needs to sort of take in. I think he's so used to the championship and having either being able to take a touch or being used to worse goalkeepers.
No goalkeeper was getting nearer that though.
No goalkeeper was getting near that. Poor Ben Forster. If only had the GoPro in the goal, it would have been amazing. But he's a legend anyway. I've yet to watch his vlog of the day.
I've yet to as well. I'm quite surprised with myself. Just going to give a big shout out to everyone who's joined us in the chat section. Be sure to get your views in there, and also let us know where you are watching the show from. It's always interesting to know how far and wide our viewership is actually going, really. But I guess, putting the Watford game to bed, we can look at that and say very decent performance, but ultimately need to score more goals. Come on, that should be a 3-0 game right there, because you can always concede a goal, and whenever it stays at 1-0, it's always a little bit sketchy there. So right, looking ahead. Did you watch the game against is it Villa versus West Ham on Sunday?
I did actually. Yes, I watched. I watched all of it. Actually, it was domination from West Ham.
I think Lord O'Benny puts it absolutely perfect. It was glorious. I won't lie. I was quietly enjoying that West Ham performance, but in the second half they were a little bit shaky, and it didn't seem that Aston Villa could put them to one side. There's a big question mark over this game. Well, there's two big question marks over this game. Of course, Dean Smith is on 4 losses in the Premier League after a narrow 1-0 win.
Oh, poor Aston Villa. 4 losses in a row. That must be terrible.
But there is a sense of, because let's face it, there was a lot of chat when Danny went to Villa, and they had aspirations of European football, and they're on the up. And there's a quiet sense of pleasure, the fact that we're going into this game above them, despite what we would consider as kind of a moderate start to our season. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird one to look at the beginning of our season, because it's if you look at these games last season, we are in a better spot. But it's because it's like always, the fixtures are just in a weird spot. So I think we are a team on the up, and Villa are on a team that's a bit on the shake. And I said that at the beginning of the season, that I thought the way Villa have bought and the way Villa sort of did stuff throughout the summer, I didn't see much logic to it.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought they were signing players.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of, I said it kind of reminded me of Fulham that year when they signed, Scheller and all.
We got
crazy
slated
players.
for that. We were like, you know nothing. And I'm thinking, you're buying a lot of players here. And, with the greatest respect to Dean Smith, I don't see him as that caliber of manager.
I don't see him as.
Am I being super harsh there?
No, for me, Dean is a lot of the managers that come up to the Premier League. When they get out, they did a great job to get him up here. But then there's another level up here, and I just don't think he has it. And what he did have was a player like Jack Grealish, who was world class,
mm-hmm.
who could get him what he needs, and you're never going to replace it. So you have to try something different and put a new system in place. And I just don't see it. I still see it as the team from last season, but without Jack Grealish.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's the similar kind of inconsistencies. Lewis put it here, Villa are unpredictable.
That's the thing. Unpredictable.
So, yeah.
They're like eggs. Unpredictable.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess we should look forward to the other big question, of course, is Danny fit? There was news reports saying that.
Doesn't this sound like last season?
Yeah, you bought a sick note. No, it's there was reports that basically the injury concerns for Villa on Sunday there was two that were the COVID related and also injury, but they didn't specify who. But me and Jack were chatting before the show was live and saying if Danny's injured, then it's probably going to be more than one game, given the history of his injury. And if it is COVID, then surely the quarantine period warrants more than 6 days. I don't know. Am I wrong?
Yeah, it is really up in the air, and but a part of me does kind of think it's that football family thinks head games. They're playing head games here. Oh, will Danny be there? Won't he be there?
Mm-hmm.
It's just adding to what I don't know what the atmosphere is going to be like for him.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to drown what out? Is it going to be the booing, or is it going to be an applause, or is it going to be kind of neutral?
What are you going to do?
Did you see the video I made?
Yeah, I did see the video. I aired it on TikTok as well. It's done quite well.
Yeah, so I feel like that could maybe sum up maybe where I'm going to be with it. But at the same time, I don't necessarily hate him that much. It's kind of just me being stupid.
Me too. I've got kind of like muted feelings on it. I mean, I think he gave us an excellent service in terms of a player at the club, but just the manner and how he left felt cold. And I think there's a lot of Saints fans out there that are going to be a little bit like, why'd you do that? Why did you say you were only going to go to United and City? Why did you say you're only going to go to a side that's got Champions League football because you've arguably only got 4 years left of your playing career? Why did you say those things and then just take a little bit of a pay rise and go to Villa? It just seems weird. And I think there are a lot of Saints fans out there that are just going to be feeling a little bit disgruntled just by that alone. And let's face it, it doesn't take a lot for them to boo people, does it?
No, no, not at all. Not at all.
Just speaking facts.
Not at all. I think it can all come down to just one, how Dan, if he does play, how Danny plays on the pitch, how the game goes. Not if he'd be what you'd hope is boos through the games, round of applause at the end.
Right. Yeah. Well, banter.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Enemies during. Do
you know what
after.
Do you know what my favorite video? One of my favorite videos on YouTube is. Have you ever seen the one where there's it's a non-league match and the fans are giving a goalkeeper so much grief the entire game? They just make him, we all know the goalkeeper chance that you put him off whole half, and it's absolutely relentless and brutal. And at the end of the game, the goalkeeper runs down and claps him. They all just give him a big round of applause for just eating it, because you say it but you don't mean it.
Yeah. It does make me like. Well, not sure smile's the right word, but all this talk about no abuse in football. But goalkeepers and refs are fair game. It's like, where'd you draw the line on that one? But did you see Aaron Ramsdale at the weekend with that?
Yeah.
In terms of Leicester fans and joined in with that. Yeah, love that. Love that
kind of stuff. We love to see that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And Lewis pointing out there, Ramsdale took it like a legend. He absolutely did. So should we look at the lineup?
Go on then.
Let's take a look at what we think the lineup potentially might be. Now, if I I haven't filled any of this out, so we're going to do this. We're going to do it live.
Good. How's your spelling?
So, let's face it.
Moy now, and it's just Moy.
It's just Moy. It's just Moy. It's not going to be Elianusi in there. So, are we agreed it's going to be McCarthy?
Yeah, of course. Is he? He did keep. Won us the game. He came to the points at the end of the game last week against Watford. That save at the end is fantastic.
Yeah, it was
and it's
very good.
As much as like I would love Forster to come in because I thought he played so well. I think McCarthy's finally finding his footing since after the 9-0. I think he's finally. Ooh.
Been a while. I'm always nervous with all this electrical equipment, and I just do that.
Yeah,
it settles enough.
You're not like me. I've got my drink on top of my interface. Is that not what you do? Weird. Okay.
You're that guy at a show that puts their drinks on the expensive amp, aren't you? You're that guy.
Yeah. Oh, mate, yeah. And I'm the guy that kicks it off on purpose. Ruthless. Absolutely ruthless.
Let us know your lineups in the chat section, by the way, whilst we're doing this. We'd be intrigued to know.
But yeah, it's got to be McCarthy. Like I say, he's finally finding his form since the 9-0. We finally start to look a bit confident again, and he is pulling off some great saves. And there's a lot of what we were saying, before. There was a lot of goals that went in that you think he should have saved that. He should have done better. He hasn't even tried for it. And all the saves in the recent games they've just been so solid. And he's done his job. He's done his job. That's all I asked. Do your job.
How do you spell Salasu?
So it's like Salisbury, isn't it? Sails.
Yeah, I-L.
S-U. Salisu.
Is that right?
Maybe.
I don't know. I just said a mind blank. If I put the L in the wrong place, don't I? Yeah.
Salisu.
Yeah, there we go.
We're good at this.
Looks weird.
Kyle Walker-Peters popping him in. He was wicked, wasn't he? He was wicked against Watford.
He was good.
He's wicked against Watford. He works well on the left, and we've got to play him.
It's a difficult thing when you look at that first half and think how many chances we created. Like, it has to be the same starting lineup, doesn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
To be that same lineup because you've got to get that form into them, get them rolling. Once they get the goals in, it'll be the unstoppable force.
Yeah.
The question is, like, if everyone's fit and good to go, 100%, is this the lineup you would start? Is this what you would consider to be our strongest starting 11?
No, I'd stick Walcott in there.
Yeah, would you?
Joke.
Would you?
Yeah. No.
Mate, why is the subscriber count going down? What's happened? Why is my internet going off? What have you done?
Yeah, I just broke the online internet. There we go. As opposed to the not online internet, which is fine.
Just not even gonna have a go at Bednarak, are we?
Oh, I forgot that position. Bednarak. Yes. Sorry.
Bednarak.
Stick a capital B in there. Come on.
Oh, posh.
Let's get my correct Polish on that.
That's grammatical.
Was Redmond an injury doubt?
Yeah, so Redmond's not been in training, so I doubt we're going to see Redmond. So who are you going to put on the other side?
Why is Redmond out?
I don't know. Maybe something small. I don't know. He's just not been in training.
That's an odd one.
But I put out a thing on Instagram this week, which is how people are rating Redmond, and that most people are giving him like an 8 out of 10 this season. But that's kind of what he kind of averaged out as.
Yeah.
He's playing wicked, and people are, getting behind him. Come on, guys. Can we just get the Redmond song going because it's starting to feel.
There's a starman racing down the right.
That's too many words. Already too many words. Shorten it.
Move the swear words.
Yeah, exactly.
Good luck with that. No, it's funny you should say that about Redmond because even my postman, whenever we have a chat about Saints, he's always ends the conversation with, "Yeah, but Redmond." And I said, "What?" I called him up on it today. I said, "You do realise the amount of assists Redmond's got for all our Premier League goals?" And it's just like, "Yeah, but Redmond though, isn't it?"
Yeah, just Redmond though.
All right, fine.
Cheers, bub.
Yeah.
It's good punditry. That is a lot. To be fair, that is a lot like Sky.
What? Just say the name and make a face.
Yeah,
that's true.
Southampton, Ward-Prowse.
Yes,
That's
basically.
Sky punditry. That's Sky
Yeah.
punditry. At least
Do you remember
they got, to be fair to them, they got Livermore now. They're like, oh, but you know what it is? It's never Southampton. Oh,
Ambrosia?
this guy at Southampton. No, what it is with Livermore now, it's not. Oh, Southampton have got a wicked young player on their hands here. It's the Chelsea academy is fantastic.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It is every time Livermore is brought up, it's not Southampton have got a winner here. It's Chelsea's academy. It's fair play. I'm not saying anything against Chelsea academy. I'm saying we finally got something for you to talk about. You're not talking about us.
It's apparently a decent academy, but no. Do you remember that episode of Match of the Day where I think it was Jermaine Genius started talking about Højbjerg, about how his the fact of his inclusion in the Southampton side was like literally moved to Spurs last season. It's like, okay, that was an awkward one.
Nice one, Jermaine.
Yeah, nice work.
So let's give him the full credit. As I recall, he did come out straight after that and was like, "All right, I know what I did. I'm stupid."
Yeah, he did.
Bad.
He did, bless him. It's kind of like you've got nowhere to go on that.
That's a pretty MatchDayVlogs move right there. That's a pretty MatchDayVlogs move. Sorry, I'm wrong.
So the other question I got looking at this lineup, because a lot of people would be talking about Brozier. Scott saying down here, Brozier is back and Stu ? Stuart Armstrong is back, but he hasn't looked quite at it. And I just still think that, considering the start that we had against Watford, different sort of opposition, that whether or not he'll actually mix it up and go with something different. The only question mark I've got is this fact that if Brozier's back, then does he take the place of Armstrong? Is that something that you can see happening, or do you see?
I kind of think it all depends on if Redmond's fit to play. Maybe we could see Brozier start.
Okay,
but at the same time, I think everyone kind of agrees how well it sort of looked. It's also the Chelsea game is a good one to take into account, because by all means, apparently, Ralph was really, really happy with that performance. Like he was very impressed by it.
Yeah.
So I think that those two up top will probably will stay in, and they are the ones that we spent the money on, and so you want them to be performing, and you want them to go out and do it. But Brozier's he's done it. I mean, past few weeks he's done it, and we love that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But he also does that for Albania, where he comes on and bangs a goal in. So
okay,
it's not a bad option to be like, okay, well we're going to bring Brozier on at 70 minutes and see what happens if need be.
Yeah. Okay, well let's lock that in. Let's see.
That's it. That's what if Redmond's out? Who are you putting in there? Redmond's out. Just putting Stu in there. Should you put Stu in there over Gineppo?
Not on the left. No. If Stuart's playing, how official? Yeah. If Stu's playing.
Oh mate, do you know what we've not done this season?
What?
He is a liar.
Well, he's been injured, hasn't he?
He's been injured, so he's back. He's back now, so we can start throwing those in.
It's true. We should do that. He's a liar.
So if you're at St Mary's and you see Stewie on the pitch, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
He is a liar.
Tell the other song I was enjoying was the one the West Ham fans were singing. Feel her in the mud, in the mud. I was enjoying that. In fact, I was singing that before the West Ham fans started to sing it. So, and it was quite fun to hear. Like I started a chant from way down south. Yeah, check me out. So on the ball. Yeah, I think Gineppo starts on the left if Redmond's not fit.
Yeah.
What about
Teller?
He just seems to be out of favour with Ralph. I don't understand why. I mean, I think.
Do you know what the issue is now not having the cup. Now having to wait for the FA Cup, because there's players like Lianco, Teller, that small bone that we want to see coming through to the squad and play. But right now, every point matters. So we can't experiment. So, it's good. It's good that we don't have to rely on those players like last season. But those players still need to get acclimated with the squad.
Yeah, and that's the other issue of having a squad is the fact that now if we get an injury, we don't have to revert to 5 at the back. Or if we're reverting to 5 at the back, then it's a case of we're doing this tactically based on the opposition we're facing. So, I see Lianco coming back into the mix if we're playing a side that we want to be quite defensive against at the back, and playing like a three with two wing backs. But he looked decent, and so he's got to be knocking on the door with Bednarek. He just looks so like beast like when he's in defence. I mean, he totally took control of that Chelsea game. Albeit, they were playing as a back three, so they had like three big centre backs with Jan Valery in the mix as well. So it's quite something to judge.
I wouldn't be surprised to see that formation come out again. I just, like I say, it's nice to have this problem of who we want to get on the pitch. So
exactly.
And even more in January, mate. And even more in January.
Look at this. Chloe's taking hold of the show here. Everyone's starting giving their score predictions. Look at this. Right. We'll move on to score prediction then. Go on.
Whoa, Chloe. Well, all right. We're ending the show early tonight. Thanks, Chloe. God.
We can have a chat after. It's fine.
Everybody, if we can we're moving over to Chloe's channel after this.
Right. Let's get on to our formidable part of the show. Eagerly prompted by a subscriber to the channel. We're getting on to it. Don't worry. We're there. Our score predictions. It's definitely not my turn to go first. So I'm going to leave this over to the capable hands of Jack, and everyone follows suit after Chloe's comment of stick your score prediction in the chat section, and we will go through those right after we've given ours. So Jack, over to you. The floor is yours, my friend.
I am going to say 2-0 Southampton.
Ooh.
Yeah, how about that one? Here's the thing: if Mr. Man's there and he is playing,
Mr. Man,
if Mr. Man's there,
yeah.
I mean, in reality, Mike, I would have appreciated you to have that video ready for this, so you can just put that up whilst I talk about him for a second. If he is playing,
snake whacking one. Yeah.
if he is playing, I just want him to get absolutely shut down. I would love for him to come out and just be beasted by Salasu and just Romeo just put him out, and then Armstrong to score brace, and that'd be great. And that's what I want. That's what I want to happen. Either way, I want Armstrong to score brace. So that's what we're going. 2-0 braces for Armstrong.
Oh, I'm liking it.
Yeah.
I won't lie. What am I going to go for? 3-1 Saints.
Yeah, boy.
3-1 Saints. It's going to be 2-0 to Saints at halftime.
Baby.
And it's going to be a really comfortable evening for us.
Are they getting their first before our third, or are we getting the third before they score?
They're getting theirs, and then we'll score to round it off, because we never like to be too comfortable, do we?
I don't know. I feel like the only way that we could do it would be us to score 3, and then they score a jammy consolation goal at the end, and we're like, whatever. The other way, it's too much. That's like
it is too much, but we like to. How many times we've been at St Mary's and they've put us through those kind of performances. So yeah, I'm going to go with that.
Yeah,
there we go. So Jack's going for a 2-0 with a clean sheet and a brace from Adam Armstrong, and I'm going for a 3-1. And I would love to see Adam Armstrong get a goal. I would love it.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So yeah, I'm just gonna say an Adam Armstrong brace as well, and Ward-Prowse free kick.
He's going for it. It's got to happen sooner or later. It's got to happen sooner or later.
All in.
All in.
Right, let's go over to the infamous chat session to see what everyone else is thinking. Let's go back to Chloe's comment there. What do you think it's going to be? There we go. Right. James is going for a 4-1 to the Saints. God, 4 goals at St Mary's. Oh, love it. Absolutely love it.
That's some gabagool.
Southampton FC is a great club. It's a new favourite YouTube name. Loving it. It's going for a 2-0 to the Saints. Vince Snell is going for a 2-1. Scott Johnson's going for a 9-0 Saints. Lianco last minute hat-trick. Hat-trick.
So
I see.
6.
No, 9. 3 hat-tricks. We broke Jack. Never mind. James, moving on. James caps again. Maybe 3-1. I think Armstrong will click this game. God, I love it. Absolutely love it. Josh Blackmore's going for 3-2 Saints. Oh, whew. After watching the last game, I think at least 2 or 3 goals. They're definitely there. They're definitely there. It just needs to show up really. Lord O'Benny's going for a 2-0 to the Saints. Jeremy 397 going for a 3-0 Saints. And so this, I've already. Villa are not very good. Adrian Pascal's going
That's
for.
not what that said.
He's going for a 3-0 to the Saints. And Scott's changed his mind. 1-0. Ings last minute own goal. There's all these people putting them in twice now. Is that allowed? Are we allowing that?
I mean, sure. Maybe there's somebody else in the room. Like, oh, put this.
Yeah, maybe they might. Everyone's joining.
I will allow you a double get your prediction if you say it's for somebody else. Yeah, Barry reckons it's 3-0 as well.
yeah. Stick in who's saying it.
I said 2-1. Barry saying 3.
Ben's going for 3-1. Got a 10-hour journey down the country. Oh my goodness. Oh, you watched that 1-0 Walter. Oh, yeah, that's a rough. You deserve that. You deserve a win. So yeah, we'll root for you on that one. Yeah. Coach going for a 3-0. David Baker's going for a 2-1 Saints. Romeo volley and an Adam Armstrong tap in. God, I love it. Draw alert.
No,
Dan's going for a 2-2.
Why? Why would you even? Why would you even do it? How did your keys allow that to happen?
Yeah. What's this blasphemy on here? I thought Ward-Prowse was a Villa player. Nope. They wish. Samuel Davis.
Hold on. I mean, that's what all those Villa fans were saying in the summer. As I recall. As I recall, they were going to be fighting for Champions League positions, and
didn't happen, did it?
Ward-Prowse was their player.
Didn't happen. Samuel Davis going for 3-0. Saints Lianco hat-trick. We haven't even put Lianco in our starting lineup, so there's a lot of confidence for Lianco to get some goals.
He's coming on. He would be ruthless when we go free. When we go free at the back.
Yeah, JMP's going 2-1. Charlie Fadgen 1-0 Saints. Simple Armstrong return. Perfect. Stuart Armstrong return. Oh, there we go. There's a lot of fruity language in our chat section tonight. My goodness. Yeah. My dog thinks it's 3-1 Saints.
Yeah, well, Dog thinks it's 3-1. Barry thinks it's 3-1. Everyone's going for it.
The dog's spot on. Yeah. David Bagan 2-0. I feel like I'm going around here. Jack. Oh, where did I get to? There we go. 4-3.
There we are.
Yeah, Sweetborn Child. Fantastic. We'll take him. We'll take all of them. As long as they're all predicting the win. 3-1. Shea, K. Walker Peters, and Armstrong from Jack Hussey. And I think that's it. Yeah,
because don't no.
Sorry.
Why would you end it like that? Why would you end it?
Dexter Venom, someone quickly put in something else. Dexter Venom 1-1. Shea and Wally Watkins. He's a decent player, though, isn't he? He's a decent player. Yeah. Wow, I just read this one. I got a bet with a mate. If we finish above Villa, I have to buy on shit and wear it to school. That's how badly I want Villa to be bad. If we wait a minute. If we finish above Villa,
you mean if you finish above, you want us to finish above Villa, mate? That's right. It sounds like your mates had you there.
Yeah, that's a bad deal.
Oh no.
Yep. And if Shane Long scores, we're on the pitch. Yeah, absolutely. That was a hilarious chant at Stamford Bridge the other week. I really enjoyed that one. If Shane Long scores, we're on the pitch. If Shane Long scores, we're on the pitch. And a 2-0 Saints, obviously. There we go. Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much for all those score predictions. That was absolutely fantastic. What a session we've had there. So any other final thoughts looking towards the game of the weekend? Friday night game, eh?
I've got to say that Scott Johnson comment there. Shane Long just gives it Ings the eyes. That took 2-1. That's what I want. Shane Long to give him those Kepper eyes. Go on then.
Yeah.
I've rewatched that quite a few times, and to be fair, in my opinion, Shane Long deserves to more time on the pitch just because of that. And Norwich, start me against Norwich. Do you know what I mean? Let him stretch his legs against Norwich.
Yeah.
But no, I know it's petty, but I really want to beat Villa.
I know, me too.
For the pettiest reasons, and that is what it is, and it's just a bit of it. I think it's just a bit of vindication for us. Because, like I said, the amount of times of going into the season, I saw people saying about us going down and how much we didn't buy very well and how we sold our big players. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, Danny's injured and okay, he's bagged a few, but Villa aren't performing. And I mean, I don't think Leicester. If Leicester till I die allow me back on that show after I told them that Vestergaard and Bertram was a smart signing.
You said what?
I didn't say that at all. I went on there. I went on there. I did what I said. I went on there. I was like, yeah, man. I'm sure they'll do good for you, but let me tell you how bad they were.
Yeah. I mean, I go as far as to say as squad. Talking about squad, we are a better squad without Danny in it. Let me clarify what I mean here. If we'd kept Danny, there wouldn't have been any Lianco, there wouldn't have been any Livramento, there wouldn't have been any Brozier, there wouldn't have been, all those kind of other additions where we're looking at spending wisely. We had the options to buy new players in the January transfer window. If that wasn't, if Danny ran out his contract, then none of that would have happened, because it just would have been, or had Danny taken a big money move or and money deal and stayed at the club, then there still would have been a lack of investment. So I just think, as the whole piece, as the whole team, we are weirdly better off, and it's happened before, hasn't it? We've had players leave the club and suddenly, Graziano Pelle comes into the mix, and all those other players that sort of come into the side because of things that have happened elsewhere. So, and the Premier League is a mad league, because it's still. I mean, you look at the run-ups of some of these sides that are performing well and some of them that aren't. The checkbook doesn't have a lot to do with it at the moment.
No.
That yes, there are some obvious ones happening on with the top four, but aside from that, it's a bit all over the place, isn't it? So
yeah, it is. But
yes, like you, I really, really want to beat them. Really, no, I've never wanted to win a game so much before. So
like how big the Burnley turnout was. It wasn't big. Long trip. Yeah. How big do you reckon the Villa turnout's going to be for Friday night?
Pretty big.
You reckon?
Yeah, it's only 2 hours for them.
It's too cold. What are you about? Excited for him. I'm just excited. First game under the lights of the season. Will we see fireworks? Will there be flames? So do I. I need it. It's been a while.
Yeah, no. I think, definitely. If we're playing under the lights in front of the Sky Sports cameras, they're going to be wanting to do something, surely. I would have thought. Yeah. Is this our first televised game? Oh no, we had the United game, didn't we?
I mean, I've watched a lot of the games at home, so in places, yes, we are televised.
Via the owners of the Newcastle United.
Those guys. Those guys.
Those generous guys.
Can we take a minute to talk about the state of the managers in the Premier League right now, and just how ridiculously insane the league is?
We can do that. Yeah, absolutely. Well, are you talking about the fact that Newcastle haven't signed a new coach? It's that they haven't signed a new coach, and that alone is a crazy story. We see, like, Emery said that, like, he turned it down because they didn't have a plan. It's just coming into this. It makes sense. That's what I assumed would happen. Yep.
But
it's scary.
That in this league right now, you've got Klopp, Pep, Conte, Rafa, Ranieri. Like, it's getting out of hand. Tuchel.
Yeah, they're all here.
They're all here. If you think of a big manager, they're all here. We're just waiting for if Poch goes to United, and if Newcastle do get someone fun.
Ten Hag.
It's just ridiculous. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
No one can deny this is just the old best league in the world right now. There's no denying it.
Yeah,
no denying it.
I think Newcastle are in a difficult position because they're in a relegation fight. They've yet to get a win, and ultimately whoever comes in kind of has to work with the squad that they've got until January. and then in January it's going to be very difficult for them to acquire the best players that they want to, unless it's a player that's out of favour and they're going to give silly wages to. I mean, that's the other question I've got is the FIFA fair play rules, does that take in consideration player wages, or is it just transfer fees? Do you know?
I think it's just transfer fees, isn't it? So
Because then they could say,
because if it wasn't the case, PSG would be in real trouble. I mean, real trouble. They're giving hotels per goal over there. They're not messing around.
yeah. But even looking at that
I mean, that's not a lot of hotels for Messi, but that's
no. But if you're in a Newcastle United manager, I mean, where do you buy first? I mean, because they've got a pretty good strike force with Callum Wilson, but the rest, I guess, is a little bit underinvested. But
yeah,
it's
all right when they get Tony Kroos and they'll be fine.
Hazard, but it'll be a while, won't it?
I think it's going to be Eddie Howe. That's what I think.
See, I would understand that, and I think a lot of Newcastle fans would just go a bit nuts if they got Eddie Howe and he didn't get a couple of good results to start off with.
All he has to do is keep them up, which he did. We could do that because he did it with Bournemouth, not at the end, but
he didn't. He
didn't, but he did a couple of times, so he knows how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's true.
And then just steady the boat a bit, build a bit of a squad, and then the next guy comes in.
Rough gig.
And it's Newcastle, mate. So,
yeah.
It was Bruce had the rougher gig. I mean, it was from himself, but
See, he got a terrible.
Yeah, but he was terrible.
He wasn't that bad though. He had the same points ratio as Rafa.
Yeah, but Rafa went down with him. There's a difference there. Do you know what I mean? Rafa took him down, brought him back up, was well loved, did a lot of great things. Whereas Steve Bruce was just, a Mike Ashley guy, and you can get more out of that squad. There's more to get out of that squad than what's there.
Yeah, I mean, you say he's well loved, but I still think Newcastle United fans complaining about how rough they've had it is just doing my head in. It's just like you kept Rafa in the Championship. Like,
we couldn't even keep Harry Redknapp.
Yeah, it's like I was speaking with Joe on his Leeds channel, and he was saying like they were having PE teachers on their side when they were in League One, and ourselves who were literally fractions away from not existing anymore, and yet somehow Newcastle have had a rough time because their owner sold a bit of land, which means they couldn't expand an already quite large stadium. And effectively didn't invest in the side, but spent ridiculous amounts of money on not very good players. But hey ho, what do I know?
How dare you, mate? St. Maximum and Andy Carroll are fantastic players, both in the exact same league and category as each other.
The managerial roundabout is ridiculous because you look at the fact that David Moyes, where effectively he came in to do an interim job at West Ham, lost his job to Pellegrini, and then suddenly came back. And all the West Ham fans were like, "Oh, I'm not sure about this." And then suddenly they're challenging for top 4 football. It's nuts. Yeah, absolutely nuts. But moving on to the Tottenham point, what do you make of the Antonio Conte one?
Nuts, in it. It's good fun. He signed his contract on was it 5,000 days since they last won a trophy. Do you know what I think? Conte, when he took over at Chelsea the season before, Chelsea finished 10th, and then that season they won it with him.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows how to come to the Premier League and make a bad team good.
Yeah,
and and even when he took over at Inter, I think they were like 6th or 7th, and then when he took over at Juve, they went in a good spot. And I think the football director at Spurs is the one that was at Juve when he was there the first time. So I think it's a good spot for Conte to come into, and I think he'd do well. And the way he manages that whole, if you're not doing it, he's going to let you know.
Yeah,
there's certain players in that team who we all know probably are pulling our weight. Yeah, that's one of them. And I feel like that could be I think he's going to do well. He's Conte. He's great. He's wicked. Success everywhere he goes.
It's a shrewd appointment, but I still think they're mad to sack Poch.
Oh, yeah,
Absolutely
mate.
mad.
Yeah. It's
So,
all right. Sorry, Poch will be back soon. Southampton, he's coming. He's coming on. I've had a word. And then let's not leave him out. How about Coleman then? Oh, he just couldn't do better than Southampton, could he? Oh, he hit the heights here, and everyone was like, "Cool, he's wicked, isn't he? Look at good." And Everton, rubbish. Netherlands, rubbish. Barcelona, rubbish.
But Barcelona gig wasn't his fault, though, was it?
Well,
Imagine
he was
turning
at
up
Barcelona. He's a Barcelona legend. He allowed what happened to happen.
But imagine turning up to manage a side and all the players are suddenly like, oh, okay, oh, we can't afford him. Oh, can I keep that one? No. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
but I could have told you that looking on the outside, so he should have known that going in.
Yeah. Does he not read The Athletic? He should have done that.
Exactly. Does he not watch Tifo? What's idiots?
Yeah. I'm going to bring a comment here. Chloe's made a mention. Chloe's running the show tonight. I'm going to make you an admin. Let's see if I work that out. New Southampton shop tomorrow, guys. In Southampton, I think it's open for 21 weeks. Is that a pop-up shop in the Marlin Shopping Centre? I read earlier. But,
The Marlins.
Yeah, I imagine.
Oh, I thought we were doing all right financially. This is terrible.
Well, I'd say it was a silly financial decision to open up a unit in Westquay. God, those rates are ridiculous. Not that I've tried to open a shop in Westquay before, but
although that week that you were thinking about doing Mike's Donut Shop, I was very excited.
It's touch and go. Yeah. So yeah, go and check it out. I think Franny Benali's going to be opening it up tomorrow. I believe. Yeah, tomorrow. So go and check it out. I still need to buy the home kit. So
will Franny Benali be partaking in Movember, because that would be a much better photo to get with Franny Benali if he has a mustache.
Franny Benali could probably do Movember in about 36 hours.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that's next day for him.
Yeah,
but that's why I think that's why I think it needs to happen.
Like, whew, there you go.
I think if somebody said it's 50 quid to get your photo taken with Franny Benali, but if he wears a fake mustache, it's 100 quid. I'd probably pay the 100.
Yeah, I get one too. That's brilliant. Yeah.
Do you want it in it's either him in a suit for 50 or it's him in a Dimplex shirt and a fake mustache? I'm like, Dimplex shirt and fake mustache, please. All day, every day.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh dear, that's a fun one. Absolutely fun one. So I'm just looking over these Champions League games, and it appears that Liverpool is still 2-0 up. Man City 3-1. Nothing much has happened really. So there we go.
Switched them off. I don't watch that sort of football. Can't be dealing with it. Give me Harlequins and the badminton Eve on a Wednesday night. That's for me, son. Cup of hot bovril and I'm good to go.
Oh dear. Is there anything we've missed in the world of football?
That
we can chat with?
a lot's happened. So United were terrible.
Cristiano wasn't.
Yeah, should we just do our quick Sky Sports round? Ronaldo's Ronaldo. Ollie's at the wheel. What else is there? That's it really nowadays. That's all they really talk about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Salah's the best player in the world, and it's amazing how City can do it without a striker.
Yeah.
Although apparently they can't against Crystal Palace.
You pretty much summed it up.
Yeah, I did it. That's Sky Sports News.
Yeah, you just literally summed it up. Yeah.
Well, Jeff's on the way out.
So there we are. Get your vote.
I could rip on Chris Kamara for 6 hours on a Saturday. Easy.
Chat's going to be doing Soccer Saturday from next season. So there we go.
And it's live. See, I'm good at it. I'm good.
That's not Jeff Stelling. That's what's his face? The commentator. Anyway, I digress.
Okay. What's the team you support? I can do Jeff. It's easy. Just sit there, fat tie, look shocked, complain about bacon sandwiches,
and just say, "There's been another goal, but who's it for?"
To you, Merson.
Yeah. And then it's silly. I hate when.
I will bring the Tiz back. Don't worry. I will bring the Tiz back, but we will have a word about his Twitter.
Just jumped in here. Martin Tyler. Yes. and it's live. And famously, famous lines like that. Yeah. Dexter Venom with a really weird comment. I'd rather keep Ralph than get Ollie. Yeah. Yep.
It's funny, isn't it? Because I don't see Ollie getting another job.
No.
No.
He's not a club legend anywhere, is he?
No. Mulder, is it? Here, go back to Mulder. and technically, he is a club legend at Cardiff, but just not really for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Worst manager in their history.
Just red card at Fratton Park. But for who, Cammy? I don't know.
Was there?
Was there Jeff? I don't know. So many classic lines. That was amazing. I thought he'd been substituted. Oh, we like to have a laugh at Fratton Park. Yes, we do. No.
Oh, and did you see the videos they were posting today of the Inter Milan of the Intermatch? Just throwing back memories, man.
5 years ago today, it's the anniversary of probably my favourite night at St Mary's. Was that Inter Milan win? That was a truly special atmosphere. It was a very surreal moment to be playing Inter Milan in a competitive fixture. It almost felt, well, it was just very surreal. But I just remember that feeling at full time when nobody left and everyone was singing, and it was just fantastic.
Listen, man, that feeling is amazing. But have you ever seen Rory Delap do a bicycle kick against Tottenham in the 80th minute? Like, I don't think you quite understand. Like, there's a different pop, and there's a different roar when you see that big Irishman jump up and absolutely smash it past Casey Keller. So, you remember in goal, the yank.
Yeah, absolutely.
Couldn't wait to go home and watch that on the Premiership with Des Lynam. It's a beautiful day.
Oh, those are the days. Those are the days. Right. Well, I think we pretty much summed up Friday night's fixture. Of course, me and Jack will be going to the game, so we're looking forward to that. So yeah. And any final thoughts, Jack, before I close it out?
Just excited to see you Friday, buddy. Just excited to, get in the seat.
It's gonna be a fun night. It's gonna be a fun
Get in the seat.
Yeah, absolutely.
No Ian to ruin it this time.
Oh dear. Oh look, David said preferred Yoshi's volley. Yep.
I just preferred Yoshida in general. Just every time I saw Yoshida, it was like Inter. Yep. The way Mike felt in that Inter, that's how every time I saw Yoshida, I was like.
So if you are watching this on replay, let us know what your best St Mary's moment is ever in the comment section of this video. And I'm going to leave it there because it's been a fun one tonight and we've had a lot to chat about. Obviously, the upcoming game, we're not sure if Danny Ings will be returning, but if he will, I'm sure there'll be a warmish welcome. But we are certainly hoping for a win under the lights at 8 p.m. kickoff. Jack's going for a 2-0 brace from Adam Armstrong.
I am. Thanks for remembering.
And I'm going for a 3-1. So we look forward to seeing you all there. And we thank you so much once again for joining us. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one. All right. See ya.
Bye.